said to me, he said, Daddy, who is the Antichrist? Who the scriptures prophesy about? He's gonna rise one day to political power. He's gonna sign a 7-year peace treaty with Israel. He's gonna rule the world politically for about 7 years, and he will be an evil man, blasphemous, and he will declare himself to be God, and that he is divine, and he will probably be handsome, and he will probably be a smooth politician. He might even go against the traditional marriage. I won't be surprised if he's married to a man. He will deceive all human beings, and he will have great power from Satan. It's called the tribulation period. During the tribulation, there'll be 7 years of pain and hardship. He said all human beings would die because of the suffering during that time, and that everybody who will buy and sell must take a mark in their right hand on their forehead, and except you take that mark, you cannot buy or sell. It will be hard to be a Christian in those days. The rapture, Paul talked about it. The day is coming when we're going to be caught up from the sound of a trumpet, and the dead will rise first, and we will be with Christ, and they will enter into the tribulation period when the church has been removed from the earth. And then he said to me, well, what's going to happen when the tribulation is over? The millennial reign, according to the scriptures, 1,000 years. He said, well, where's the devil going to be during that time? He's going to be bound up according to the scriptures. And what would the world be like during those 1,000 years? There will be world peace. Then the devil is released for one more battle in which he will be destroyed, and then all evil will be tossed into the lake that burns with fire. And he says to me, well, what happens to everybody who wasn't in Jesus? They're going to be separated from God for all eternity. He said, so wait, so everybody's going to live forever? I said, yeah. He said, but what about when we die? I said, Joey, you remember in the scriptures when it said that God created man in his own image and in his own likeness? That we were created in the likeness of God? God is an eternal being, I told Joey, and so he made all human beings eternal beings, and that death is only a transition into eternity. And I told him that nobody disappears or evaporates. Everybody either goes to eternal damnation or eternal glory. He said, for real? I said, so your papa, your granddaddy's dead, he's in eternal glory, I told him. And people who die separated from God, they are eternally separated. And I said, there's no changing over wherever you end up, I said to him. He said, well, does the scripture say all of that? And I opened up to Revelation 21, and I read to him where Jesus says, behold, I'm going to make all things new. And I told Joey about the eternal state. I said to him that Jesus, according to the scriptures, is going to reign and rule from the city of Jerusalem bodily, and that God is going to make his abode with men in the new earth. That we're not going to be floating on clouds forever. That heaven is temporary. And I told him that God is going to recreate the earth after he destroys it with fire. And we're going to be in a new earth with new water and new trees and new food and new colors. And I read to him where it says there'll be no more tears and no more pain. A life of bliss. And then he said, Daddy, I feel like I'm agitating you. And I said, no, it's okay. Go ahead. He said, no, that's all I want to know.